I hope that your day is going along well. I went out this morning because I had to teach an adult class, and it's still cold outside, but the sun is shining, and it's really bright outside. It's really beautiful, and I'm not going to complain because, as I always say, this is the day that the Lord has made. He made it, and so I'm going to be rejoice and be glad in it. And again, I hope that you're having a good one as well. So, grab your drink. I'm having some tea this morning, but grab your favorite drink. And the next story is about early intervention. So it talks about education. So let's get started. Early intervention. The Lord is growing me. I was born in the country. It is located about 45 miles west of Charleston, South Carolina. From an early age, education has always been an important part of my life. By the time I went to first grade, my grandmother had taught me how to write my name, count, recite, and write the alphabet. My grandfather helped me with my reading assignments every day after spending 8+ hours at work. I remember taking pieces of chalk from sheetrock and using it to write on the walls of the old barn that stood between my grandparents' and my mother's houses. Years later, as an adult, I would revisit the old barn on many occasions to stare at my early writings as a child. Above all, I am grateful for God, the master teacher who gave me loving and strong parents. They helped me learn valuable lessons, but more importantly, they introduced me at an early age to an omnipotent God who is able to walk, comfort, and guide me through any problem that may arise in this world. And on the subject of education, as a lifelong educator and a lifelong learner, I work with students from kindergarten all the way up to the graduate level. But I want to talk about students entering school. We have to work with our children. We have to make sure that our children have the information and the skills that they need in order to succeed starting out in kindergarten. But actually it starts before kindergarten, preschool. So let's make an effort to work with your children, your sons, your daughters, your grandchildren, your nieces, nephews, cousins, to make sure that they know, again, how to write the alphabets, that they know the alphabets, they know how to count at least up to 10. They know how to write their first names. They know their parents' names, mother, father, and they know where they live. They know their address. Because I've seen many students who come to school and they're far behind. They don't know how to do these things. But if they know how to do these things, then they have a head start. So let's begin by working with them, okay? Because we are making an investment in our children, but we're making an investment in ourselves. Your kids only get one chance to go through this particular period in their life. Okay, there are no redos. And let's make it a big one. Let's make sure. And parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, let's make sure that you go into the schools and talk with the administrators, talk with the teachers, find out how the children are doing in the classroom. Go attend parent conferences so that you'll know. You have an update of what's going on in the classroom, okay? This shows that your children that you are involved, that you do care about them, because education is the foundation. As I just read that particular story about myself. My grandfather worked at a lumber mill, and he after again 8 hours of work, we had a there in the kitchen. I would have to get a chair. I had a little chair. He had the bigger chair. And at that time, he would tell me, go out and get those little switches. So I'd go out there and get my own little switches. And that told me that, hey, he's not going to tolerate any nonsense. But believe me, I practiced over and over and over again. By the time I went to school the next day, I had it down. I could read. Okay? I understand. And again, my grandmother, she taught me how to write my numbers, excuse me, and also how to write my alphabets and my name. So I was ready. I was ready, and I just ask you to do the same thing for your children as well. God is looking for people that are teachable, humble, but yet strong. And so we have to begin, or should begin, at an early age, as before our children enter into the school system. Okay, so that they'll have the discipline that they need in order to sit through a class, listen, and then get the education that they deserve. So let's work with our children, and let's work on ourselves. Let's go out and have a wonderful day. Let's honor God. I'll see you next time.